All right. I'm trying something new tonight. I got my standing desk set up today. I was supposed to stream this afternoon, and instead of streaming this afternoon, Chris came home with some tables for the kitchen, so he set that up, and then I robbed a couple. I made a makeshift stand-up desk, is what I did. Works great. Very happy with it. I've been needing to do this for a while. I wanted to build one from scratch, but then when I was doing all the measuring, I realized, so this is not meant to be the permanent office. This is a temporary office for the last 2 years that we've been here. The plan is to renovate the storage room into an office, maybe in January. It depends on finances. And if we have to build an outdoor patio, because our neighbor just cut down the only shade tree, and we're debating whether or not we do the outside or do an official office. The problem is that if I build it in here, I can't move it to the other room because it just can't. There's no way. The corridors are too narrow here, and there's no way to get into the room. So in order for me to have the desk the size that I want, I need to build it from scratch, and I can't build it from scratch until that room is ready to go. So we just made a makeshift. We had all these little wooden tables that we bought when we first moved in here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 of them for Christina's desk and everything, and the big TV, and over here I got a couple, and then I literally just took one of them, sawed the legs halfway off, and put it on top of 2 of the other ones, and thus I have a standing desk, which actually works really well because I've got the monitor and the keyboard and the laptop up top, and then everything else is down below, so now I have storage and everything. Is for the moment it's an always standing thing because I haven't bought a tall chair yet, like a stool chair. So if I were to try to sit in my other chair, even if I have it all the way up, which would be here, you're only going to see like the top of my head. So for the moment, it's going to be always standing. But I need to. I'm starting to, I'm spending 14 to 16 hours a day here. And I'm just sitting all the time. And it's bad for my posture, and it's given me some long-term health issues of just positions and everything else. So it's going to be way better for my long-term health to just have a combination of standing and sitting. So what I did today, since I've set it up, I did like record a video, do some work. It's like an hour and a half of work, do the work, and then take a break, sit down for a bit, check my phone, 30 minutes, do some other stuff, come back, do another video. Well, I'm having issues. I've been kind of open about this. I don't. It's not horribly detrimental, but I am probably going to go have to see a specialist. I was trying to just put it off, and I just need to confirm that it's what so where I live, there's no specialist where I live. We're in a small town, so I got to go to the city to get anything done, and I've just been putting it off. So I've had over the years, I have what's called a sliding hiatal hernia, and what has provoked it is just I'm constantly sitting, and so what has happened is my stomach has essentially pushed up because of like 8 to 10 years of just sitting and constantly being in that crunched up sitting position. And I had a flare up like 4 or 5 years ago when we first moved to the city. Had endoscopy just to make sure everything was good. And the doctor had said my stomach had like shifted its position and kind of had twisted a little bit, which was part of what was pushing it up. And for the most part, it doesn't give me any problems. I will have the occasional flare up, usually related to just consuming excessive amounts of coffee, and it irritates it, and it'll flare up for a couple of weeks. This time it's been way more than a couple of weeks. It's been about 2 months now, and I just deal with it every day. And it's not something it's not a big deal at the moment. It's just something that's irritating. So what happens when I eat? Normally when you eat and you want to burp, you can just burp. And I have a problem burping because my hernia is where it connects the esophagus. It's kind of popped through, so it blocks the air from coming out. So it's just an uncomfortable feeling in the middle of your chest until you burp, and then once you burp, you feel fine. But when I'm sitting, it doesn't want to let it out. So I start coughing then when air gets trapped in there, and it causes me to cough. So doing things like jumping jacks or jump rope it gets me to burp, and then I'm fine after that. It's just a long-term thing I have to deal with. Everybody's got little things in their life that, as you get older. But I am going to go, I think, we'll see. I just got the standing desk today to see if this is going to help. I've had a pretty good day today, honestly. I was just sitting down to play Minecraft with my niece and nephew, and after like 30 minutes of sitting, I had eaten something, and I started coughing. I was like, I just need to stand up again. So hopefully, theoretically, this is going to help with that as well as just weight and everything else. And it might also help me not necessarily be in here for 16, 18 hours a day. And if I am, I could be on my feet. Because sitting is bad for you long term. And yet I've been doing it now for, it's been a pretty hard 10-year run of just sitting in front of a desk and that's it. And that causes some body changes. Well, there's really, long term, there's no real solution to it other than, if it's causing you enough issues, they'll do surgery. And what they'll do is they'll go in and they'll pull the stomach back down through the opening, and they will put like a mesh around it to kind of close off the sphincter of your esophagus to keep it from slipping back up. The only downside to that is it has as you get older, the mesh starts to wear out. It'll eventually give out and fail. So it's a thing where if you do the surgery route, you're going to have to probably do that a couple more times in your life, and I would prefer to avoid the surgery route if I can. In the past, every time I've had a flare-up, this is the 5th or 6th flare-up I've had since it started in my early 30s. And just, it's one of those things where some people have eyesight issues, other people have, dental issues. I have this. This is my cross to bear. And like I said, it's not something that bothers me all the time. It's something that flares up every 3 or 4 years. Most of the time it's only a couple of weeks. This time it's been a little longer. So we shall see. But the standing desk was something I've been wanting to do for a while anyway. Just because my lower back is in pretty good shape, but just sitting for long periods of time is not good for your back or anything else. Entrench. That sounds cool. Oh, I'm going to take persuasion. Oh, well, he's never going to be in cover. I don't need that. Let's go Combat Master, because I'm getting up there. Oh, you know what? Let's do the swift movements. That'll allow him to be a little more useful in combat. Chain weapon attacks gain +4 damage. I'm also going to take the swift movements. Where did that go? It's swift movements. I'm taking that with everybody. Just 2 extra movement points is way too useful. What do we want? want over here? Shield of the Emperor. Until the start of the second section, all allies affected by War of the Emperor increase their deflection. Oh yeah, let's do Enfeeble. Oh, what's Invigorate? Restores wounds to the target. Man, when do I get Regeneration? I need Psi Rating 2, and I need Invigorate or Enfeeble. Oh, I'll take Enfeeble for now. And it said Psi Ranking 2. Can I choose that now? No, but what is this? Biophysical. All the Psyker's attacks, including psychic powers, now poison enemies. Oh, yes, please. That's cool. All right, that's a quick save. All right, I think we're officially done here. Let us not dawdle. Let's go to the upper way and see if that prompts the festival that these guys were wanting me to do. But anyway, Steven, long term, I think I'm going to try this out for about a week and make sure that I like it. And if I do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of those. They have some pretty tall chairs that have like a you've seen them. Everybody's seen them. They have around the like about shin height. They have like a metal ring around it where you would put your feet, and then the chair is actually up here, and so you would sit on the chair, and your feet are nowhere near the ground, so you rest them on that metal edge that goes around. I've seen those chairs. There's also like if you don't want like the back of a chair visible, you can also they've got like these, you can get bar stools, or you can actually get like these like, they look like a bike saddle, like a bike seat, but you get them and they're actually like a type of a saddle seat that you can get on a bar stool. Um, so I don't know. I've got lots of options. I'm looking into, so that way if I want to stream for, 3 or 4 hours, I can do a couple hours on my feet, sit down for 30 minutes. Gotcha, Steven. You've got one like that at your office. Perfect. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. I first started thinking about a standing desk about 6 years ago, but I've just been lazy about. I've been not worried about it. But as I've gotten older, my body is giving me signs that, hey, dude, you need to you need to change some shit. Thankfully, I have knock on wood. I have, my eyesight's great. Um, these have helped. I know it sounds stupid, but because in I have really bad tendonitis, and these have helped with just working long days at the desk. I've gotten rid of my joint pain in the hands, pretty much gone, and also just playing with a controller most of the time. I haven't started playing a controller in this game yet because I'm still learning the game, but offline I'm going to start testing the controller here in the next few days and start seeing what that's like. I could see inventory management in this game being a nightmare with the controller, but I'm going to wait. It was also a nightmare in Baldur's Gate 3, to be honest. I mean, to be fair. Um, Thankfully, Baldur's Gate 3 had the filters that allowed you to just not even deal with it. But otherwise, Baldur's Gate 3 is awesome on the controller. And I got a video coming out tomorrow morning. I went ahead. I was going to wait, but I went ahead and bought Baldur's Gate 3 for the Xbox today. Got it installed, got it set up. There's a special announcement tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central that's happening. So those of you who were waiting for me to talk about more Baldur's Gate 3, well, you just tomorrow morning. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna be working on something in the middle of all the other things we're doing. I don't know where we would go from here. He mentioned they had mentioned the festival, but I don't know where or how, because I remember in beta it was just triggered by talking to the governor, and it did not trigger by talking to the governor. I'm just gonna burn through his options here to see if he's got anything about the No, he doesn't. Yeah, it just says I have other business on the planet, and that's it. So I don't know how to trigger the.
Keep my options open.
I'm gonna run through all the areas here. All right, enjoy your dinner, man. I tell you what big difference I'm having to get used to today, though, is I'm not used to being on my feet all day like this, so my heels, after like, I think I've done about 7 or 8 hours today of work. And I've taken breaks, but my heels are like, what did you do? I actually went and got my gym shoes that I used to use, which I haven't used in a couple of years since I quit going to the gym. So I was just running around in my flip-flops, and that was like, yeah, I'm not going to stand here for 8 hours a day doing flip-flops. What's up, Babylonia? Well, if this event doesn't trigger, then I'm going to get on my ship, and we're going to go get the Navigator tonight. I think that sounds like a plan. Tomorrow morning is EVE Online. And then tomorrow evening, we're probably going to do a little bit of World of Warcraft and then do some more Rogue Trader. I may stream tomorrow afternoon. We'll see how the day goes tomorrow. All right, go down, go to the warehouse, go to the starport. Finally got a minute to listen to something with sound. How's Mel doing, by the way? She out of the drugged out. She's probably in a, like, I hate everyone. Just let me take my pain meds and get past. I mean, usually the first, 3-4 days are going to be the worst. Well, it's definitely not the starport, so I'm thinking that event might be just a little wonky. Unless I accidentally chose an option that just closes it down forever. But see, I have in my journal, by the right of blood. Oh, I guess it's completed now. All right, never mind. Okay, here it is right here. Taste of Victory. The Lord of Reclamation Governor want to honor the Lord Capital with an ancient ceremony, the Triumph. It says, deal with unfinished business before the Triumph. The Von Blankens flagship is not yet prepared to depart the system. Once all matters have been taken care of, the Governor will see the Rogue Trader to begin the ceremony. So what business do I have left on this planet? She's in day 3, so still a bit of pain. Mostly her. Okay, yeah. For sure. Well, hopefully she's doing well enough to feel better soon. Pilot Nimbus. Your name, pilot. What was that weapon they fired at us? Huh. I wonder what unfinished business I have on this planet. Let me go look this up. This is the name of this quest is Taste of Victory. I'm liking this a lot. I mean, yes. It's not Baldur's Gate 3, right? But it's been a good game so far. I am having a good chunk of time. Okay. I guess I have to go to the planet. It says here I'm reading the wiki and they're saying that I have to go to the prison planet. And I have to do the prison planet and then come back. We'll go see. I mean, we might as well do that and the navigator and then come back and do the triumph. Let's check out this unidentified void ship first. What we have here, Lord Captain, it's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It's huddled up there like it's on purpose. There's incoming transmission. Do not require assistance, Pete. Do not require assistance. Keep following, they'll pass us by, won't they? For Protex. Alright, can we establish communication? Unknown vessel, we're receiving you. Identify yourselves. And repeat, identify yourselves. Don't tell them. We are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are a merchant vessel. Do you copy? We're a private chant vessel. Merchant vessel? Of course they are. Damn, I stupid. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. Thunderfang. Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? Why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. Our vessel's badly damaged, preventing the correct identification. Alright, damage report. Okay. Stop following games. Tell me what happened. We're performing the Fellowship of the Void. Do not come here to loot on different business to help our get out of jail. How about striking a deal? Aha. In case you are unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Coronis Expanse. Can they consider themselves above regular heretics, solely because they sometimes have vox conversations with those they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the microcannons to shake the scum loose. They certainly deserve it. High Factotum says we should trade with them first. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, this is like it was in beta. Let's go ahead and... I guess... trade? That's all I have to trade? I'm gonna hold on to the other things here. That got me to rank 2 at least. Alright, what do we got here? Camouflage robe. Ooh, that's interesting. War World Origin. Fencing body glove. Oh, that's nice. I don't think any of us have a War World. Or does it matter? Let's buy it. Stalker gloves. Let's just buy all this shit. Um, an auto gun. I don't think I need that. Let's buy. I don't need a flamer. All right, so that's them. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. There's pandemonium outside the bridge. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Wersarian's voice.